All right, we're cutting across to Prime Minister Modi's roadshow in Assam's Guwahati. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is in Assam to unveil various developmental projects worth over 5,000 crore. Earlier, we saw that he was at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass in Dibrugarh as part of his day-long visit to Assam as well. There, he saw the demonstration by the Indian Air Force, which further is a display of its operational capabilities and further strengthening. Now we are seeing that Prime Minister Modi is also holding a road show in Guwahati in Assam. It's going to be an action-packed day. For more on this, we have Aman Sharma live with us. Aman, thank you so much for joining me. How do you assess this?
You see, the Prime Minister is currently walking on the Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu. This is across the mighty river Brahmaputra, built at a cost. This bridge has been built at a cost of rupees 3,030 crores, and this 6-lane extra dose concrete bridge connects Guwahati with North Guwahati. It is the first extra dose bridge in Northeast India rather, and it will be cutting travel time between Guwahati and North Guwahati to just 7 minutes. Given the high seismicity of the region, it's in a high seismic zone. The bridge, incorporates base isolation technology, high performance stay cables. It's really a model, of excellence, this particular project. And the Prime Minister is today inaugurating the Kumal Bhaskar Verma Setu across the river Brahmaputra. We've earlier seen beautiful visuals of this particular bridge, which were, provided by the government. Prime Minister has come here after he earlier landed at the emergency landing facility at the Moran bypass in Dibrugarh earlier today around 10:30 a.m., where he witnessed the aerial display of fighters, transports and helicopters. And now he's visiting the Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu across the river Brahmaputra. And about 45 minutes from now, he will be going to be inaugurating and flagging off various projects worth nearly rupees 54,050 crores at the Lachit Ghat in Guwahati. He's inaugurating the new National Data Center for the Northeastern region. Also inaugurating many other big projects. Today he's flagging off electric buses also from Guwahati today. So very important visit of the Prime Minister this coming just a couple of months before Assam is scheduled to go for elections. So this major infrastructure project today, which as I said will link Guwahati to North Guwahati, being showcased by the government as a big achievement.
Absolutely, Aman. As you mentioned, of course, there's going to be a big push on infrastructure, digital infrastructure, mobility. These are some of the major elements that we're going to be seeing through the course of the day. However, there's lots more lined up for the day. What can we expect after this?
Well, after this, in about 45 minutes, you will see the Prime Minister speaking. And we know he will be speaking on the, I would say, the growth journey, the infrastructure journey of Assam under the BJP rule here in the last decade or so. The Prime Minister is inaugurating and flagging of projects worth more than rupees 5,450 crores. And as I said, this includes a major project is this Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu across the river Brahmaputra. This project alone is worth nearly rupees 3,000 crore, the first extra dose bridge in Northeast India. Travel time between Guwahati and North Guwahati will be cut to just 7 minutes. So big infrastructure gift, I would say, by the government for the urban regions of Assam, for the capital. It has been a demand for very long. This particular project has been in the works for a couple of decades at least, but now since the BJP came to power, you saw this progress on this particular bridge being accelerated by the center. Apart from that, as I said, PM will inaugurate the National Data Center for the Northeastern region at a Maigaon in the Kamrup district of Assam. And you can see the Prime Minister already coming on the stage, and within about 20-25 minutes, you could see the Prime Minister speaking on this occasion.
Absolutely. Of course, all of these infrastructure development projects, as I mentioned earlier, mobility, urban mobility in the Northeast, digital infrastructure, higher education, all aligned with that same goal. This project about the National Data Center, as you mentioned as well, is also aligning with the Digital India initiative. There is a renewed focus in these particular areas, Aman, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. This National Data Center, if we speak about that, state-of-the-art data center, total, sanction load of 8.5 megawatt. It will host mission-critical applications of various government departments, also function as a disaster recovery center for other national data centers. So this will enable, the governments in the Northeast to digitally facilitate delivery of essential citizen-centric services. It is aligned with the vision of Digital India, a strategic intervention to strengthen the region's ICT backbone and, ensure that the digital infrastructure is robust and secure. The Prime Minister him is also inaugurating the IIM Guwahati, which will give a major fillip to the higher education and management education in the northeastern region. So that has also been a big demand of this entire northeastern region. So what the government feels that, and there will be a slew of infrastructure projects which the Prime Minister will be inaugurating in the run-up to the elections in Assam. The Model Code of Conduct is expected to kick in sometime in the first week of March. So you will see hectic activity in the next 3 weeks of the Prime Minister visiting various poll-bound states for inauguration of projects which are now complete and whose foundation stone, in fact, was also laid by the Prime Minister.
Right, so once again for our viewers, these are the visuals that we're bringing for you from Guwahati, Assam. This as the Prime Minister is on a visit to Assam, where he is inaugurating several major development projects in the state. Now the Prime Minister also inspected just a short while ago. We were bringing you those visuals from the bridge of the newly built Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu across Brahmaputra River, which connects Guwahati with North Guwahati. The 6-lane extra-dose pre-stressed concrete bridge has been constructed at a cost of approximately 3,030 crore rupees, and it's the first extra-dose bridge. Remember, Prime Minister there through the course of the day to unveil various developmental projects worth over 5,000 crore rupees, this one being at 3,030 crore, and it is the first extra-dose bridge in northeast India. The bridge is expected to reduce travel time between Guwahati and North Guwahati, as I'd mentioned to you earlier, to about 7 minutes. So there is a major push on urban mobility in the northeast, digital infrastructure, higher education. We earlier saw that the Prime Minister was at the ALF in the Moran bypass as well, where he landed at the emergency landing facility in Dibrugarh as part of this day-long visit to Assam. The Prime Minister there witnessed an aerial display by the Indian Air Force at the emergency landing facility. Sukhoi Su-30MKI and Rafale fighter jets, along with transport aircraft and helicopters, which carried out landings, takeoffs and a flypast in his presence there. Post which we just saw a short while ago the Prime Minister inspecting the
कुल लंबाई 1240 मीटर, आधुनिक भूकंपरोधी तकनीक से निर्मित कुमार भास्कर वर्मा सेतु, विकास का महासेतु। ब्रह्मपुत्र असम की पहचान। आज इसी नदी पर स्टील और कंक्रीट से बना ये भव्य सेतु खड़ा है और विकास की एक नई कहानी की शुरुआत हो रही है। पूर्वोत्तर भारत का ये पहला एक्स्ट्रा डोज्ड केबल स्टे पुल आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और नई संभावनाओं की मजबूत पहचान बनकर उभर रहा है। ये सेतु प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के संकल्प और प्रयासों का परिणाम है, जिसके कारण असम सरकार इस ऐतिहासिक परियोजना को साकार कर सकी। वर्ष 2019 में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने इस ऐतिहासिक सेतु की आधारशिला रखी और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर हिमंत बिस्वा शर्मा जी ने इस परियोजना को समयबद्ध रूप से पूरा करने की जिम्मेदारी स्वयं अपने कंधों पर ली। लगभग 3030 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से बने इस ऐतिहासिक सेतु के निर्माण में 53,000 मीट्रिक टन से अधिक स्टील का उपयोग किया गया है, जो लगभग 7 आईफिल टावरों में लगे स्टील के बराबर है। इसके साथ ही इसमें करीब 2.9 लाख घन मीटर कंक्रीट का इस्तेमाल किया गया है।
All right, so there the Prime Minister who was inspecting the newly built Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu across the Brahmaputra River, for which Aman Sharma was bringing us more details as well. How do you assess the political significance of all of these developmental projects as well?
Well, see, the thing has been that the Congress has been out of power in Assam for the last decade, and the successive 2 times BJP has ruled the state, earlier against Sarabanda Sonowal, who was the former chief minister, and now you have Himanta Biswa Sarma, who has been the chief minister for the last 5 years. So BJP clearly is going into the elections after being a decade in power. There may be certain talk of anti-incumbency in the state against the BJP, but you can see here the BJP is really trying to tell the people of Assam that it is their government which has worked on the infrastructure for Assam, be it the modern emergency landing facility, a strategic project which has come up on the Moran bypass in Dibrugarh, or be it the Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu across the river Brahmaputra, which has been a demand for very long of the people of the capital city that, this particular bridge should be built so that Guwahati and North Guwahati are linked and people don't have to spend hours or take a long detour to reach areas even in the capital of Guwahati. So very clearly, the Prime Minister inaugurating these big projects, especially the Kumar Bhaskar Verma Setu, built at a cost of nearly rupees 3,000 crore. The 6-lane extra-dose concrete bridge connecting Guwahati and North Guwahati is a major, major project. And that is what the BJP is trying to showcase to the people of Assam, that it is the government, the double engine of the center and the state government of the BJP bringing in development to Guwahati. And ahead of elections, extremely significant that these projects are now being opened and inaugurated and seeing the light of the day.
Absolutely. And of course, when we also talk about strengthening the operational capabilities of the Indian Air Force, in light of that, earlier in the day, Aman, we also saw the Prime Minister landed at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass in Dibrugarh. All of this is part of his day-long visit. There's lots that he's packed in this day-long visit. Of course, he witnessed that aerial display by the Indian Air Force. When we talk about indigenization, Make in India, as well as a push for also diversifying India's arsenal, it's going to be a balancing act for India, Aman.
Well, absolutely. See, the emergency landing facility is the one the PM inaugurated today. It's the first of its kind in Northeast India. It has been specially designed and constructed in coordination with the Indian Air Force to support landing and takeoff of military and civil aircraft during emergency. So it will be serving as a critical asset, I would say, for emergency response, enabling quick deployment of rescue and relief operations during natural disasters, or even big strategic requirements, in the Northeast. It is envisioned as a dual-use infrastructure, so the ALF is capable of handling, fighter aircraft up to 40 tons, transport aircraft up to 74 tons maximum takeoff weight. So the Prime Minister's plane, in fact, landed on this particular airfield today, showcasing how brilliantly the project has been built. It's a big strategic, I think, arsenal in India's arm now, given the Northeast is a very, very crucial area. So along with infrastructure for development as well as strategic projects, the BJP trying to project here through the Prime Minister's visit that these are the projects that the BJP really has brought to the state, and that is why they are looking for another mandate when it comes to the Assam elections in a couple of months.
Right, Aman, of course. Now, that is the big focus here as well, and it's going to have wider ramifications as well, as you mentioned earlier. Now, when we talk about this digital infrastructure push, higher education and urban mobility in Northeast, that is truly something that is in focus during his visit.
Inauguration of the IIM Guwahati is a major institute also. It is giving a major fillip to the higher education and the management education in the northeastern region. It is a huge campus which is being inaugurated by the Prime Minister today in Guwahati. So that's also a big gift to the youngsters of Assam, I would say, who the Guwahati IIM coming up in the way it has. The project is also being inaugurated alongside the major bridge on the river Brahmaputra today. So I think major projects being inaugurated, and this is coming just a couple of weeks ahead of the Model Code of Conduct coming into kicking in maybe in the first week of March.
Right, and Aman, as you mentioned earlier, maybe in a short while from now, we will also hear the Prime Minister addressing the people there. What are some of the major things that you're going to be looking out for? What do you think is going to be the major focus of his address?
This particular address, the Prime Minister, of course, speaking about the infrastructure journey and the growth and the development journey of Assam, he would definitely speak on that because these are all the projects that he's inaugurating. But also this recent controversy which has emerged, which we saw Himanta Biswa doing a big press conference targeting Mr. Gaurav Gogoi, the leader of the Congress party, and calling him basically his family of having close links to Pakistan and compromising the security and sovereignty of the country and Assam. That is what Himanta Biswa has made the allegations against Gaurav Gogoi. It would be very interesting to see if the Prime Minister also weighs in on the matter today when he speaks on this occasion. We'll have to wait and see what the Prime Minister really says. But since he's there and this press conference was done by Himanta Biswa just a few days back,